Hello everyone, the Exile here with a hopefully a quick little video on how to optimize your stash tabs on a budget. Now, I will go out of my way and say that this is going to cost you to drop some money on the game if you haven't already, but let me tell you right now, it is well worth the investment for what you're going to get out of it in-game if you really truly want to keep playing this game. So, first and foremost, I really suggest you buy some premium stash tabs. There was a really nice premium stash tab bundle in game, which cost was it 200? Yeah, 200 currency, which I believe is, go to their website or we'll click that. So 200 is 20 bucks. I would really recommend purchasing this, or you could also wait and purchase it when it goes on sale one of the days, because there are always sales going on every single day of the week. Now, I also suggest that you upgrade all of your original stash tabs to premium stash tabs as well. They're 15 a piece. These also do go on sale periodically. So you're looking at currently dropping about 30 bucks in the game. Again, well worth it, especially if you really enjoy the game. Why not pay what you probably would have paid had they decided to charge for this game and get a really nice experience out of it. So that, all in all, you'll get, I believe it is, so 11 premium stash tabs, which is what I have. Here we are with my screen, and this is how I have mine set up. So, what is the point of optimizing your stash tabs? What are you going to get out of it in the end as a player? Well, what you're going to get is a really quick way to browse all of your important items, anything that may be worth value in trade, very easy to find, or anything that can get you potential items through vendor recipes. That's the whole point of optimizing your stash tabs, and this is why I would recommend going to premium tabs. It allows you to easily color code and name your stash tab. So versus just having a stash tab named 1, you can have one named currency or gems or quality gems, things like that. And I think the 11 you're going to get out of doing this, the 11 premium stash tabs you'll get out of doing this is well worth it. So we have my stash tabs. I have one right here, which is just random stuff I drop in that I think might be useful in the future. We have currency, which is all of my currency items. We have gems, obviously just drop all my gems in. And then we also have quality gems for anything that might be worthwhile in trade value. So you see I have like an 8% spectral throw here, a 7% burning arrow, those sorts of things. I have a uniques tab for my uniques. I have a chaos tab, which we'll get into in a minute. And then we also have quality armor, quality weapons, and quality flasks, as well as rings and amulets. So in the rings and amulets tab, I would just drop in really good rolls. So like, for instance, there's a ring going in. So, for instance, a 30% cold resist sapphire ring. That is the max roll in a sapphire ring. It's white. I can maybe roll it into something really nice later on. So that's why I separate them in like this. You can also, if you really wanted to, just throw them in the same tab to save, you know, to reclaim a tab basically. But let's go into quality armor, quality weapons, and quality flasks. What's the point of this? Well, if you didn't know, for every 20%, for all the superior items that drop, so superior armor, superior weapons, superior flasks, whenever they drop, you can actually trade in a number of items that equal up to 40% to get something good out of it. So, for instance, let's get 20% or 40% quality out of armor here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we have a 9% here, we have a 9% here, that's 18, we have a 10% here, that's 28, so we need like a 12% right now to get up to the 40% that I was mentioning. I don't know if I have it. No, we do right here, 12%. Okay. So, with all of these items, I have a total quality amongst all of them, if I were to combine all the quality, of 40%. If I went and sold them, I would get an armorer's scrap. Now, the same applies for weapons and flasks. So, you know, for weapons, if you were to trade in 40% total of a piece of gear, for weapons, you would get a blacksmith's whetstone. For flasks, you would get a glass blower's bauble, and I think I have enough here. 15, 13, so that's 28. Yeah, so I have enough. 42% right here. If I were to trade this, if I were to trade in all of these items, there we go, a glass blower's bauble. So, and when it comes to tab optimization, I think having a quality tab for weapons, armor, and flasks is really nice. As you can see right here, I'm a level 48 Marauder in the new Domination League. This is my only character in the league. And you can see what I've gotten from this. I've gotten, you know, over 80 armor scraps, over 40 blacksmith's whetstones. I wasn't actually doing quality weapons for quite a while, so I was catching up on them. I've gotten 2 glass blowers baubles. I've been sort of unfortunate when it comes to flasks. But you see, like, had I not done this, I would have probably had not even half of the amount of armor scraps I have now, and definitely not as half, even half of the blacksmith's whetstones that I have right now. So I would really recommend separating your tabs in like this. And then we have this chaos tab right here that I mentioned I would get back to. The point of this tab is, if you didn't know, there's a really big recipe that you can do, which involves trading a primary weapon. It could be a two-hander, or if it's not a two-hander, a one-hander and an offhand. You need a mask, a chest piece, some gloves, some boots, a belt, both rings, and an amulet. I don't actually have the recipe completed here to show you this, but basically, if they're all unidentified, or they're all 20% quality, you can trade them in and get 2 of an item. If they're all identified, but you have them all, then you get 1 of the item. Or if they're all unidentified and all 20%, you get 3 of an item. So what item do you get? Well, if the item level of an item is 1 to 60, you get an Orb of Chance. If it is 60 to, I believe, 74, you get a Chaos Orb. And if it is 75 and above, you get a Regal Orb. Now, I say item level. What I mean by that is, as you can see, it's unidentified right now. I can't tell its level, but that's okay. You need the item level. So what you do is you click and drag it like this. Go into chat, type /item level, and there we go. This is an item level 35 shield. So if I get a full set of these that are all 60 or below, I would get, if they are all unidentified, I would get 2 Orbs of Chance. If these were all item level 60 to 74, I would get 2 Chaos Orbs. And if they are all 75 and above, I would get 2 Regal Orbs. So that's why I have a tab named Chaos. I'm primarily going to be getting Chaos Orbs out of this once I'm hit 60 and I can start getting those drops. But I just named it there because that's what I would know it by. So yeah, optimizing your stash tabs for a relatively cheap investment, I would assume, if you're going to be playing this game in the long term. You're going to get 11 stash tabs. You can really organize them to your liking. You don't have to do them like this, but I would really recommend it because it's going to get you a lot more blacksmith's whetstones, a lot more glassblower's baubles, and a lot more armorer's scraps than you would otherwise. You're probably also going to be getting more Orbs of Chance, Chaos Orbs, and Regal Orbs than you otherwise would be doing from just this simple tab alone. It lets you organize. You'll be definitely organizing your rings and amulets, the high rolls that you see drop. Those will be nice to have. And of course, you have a very quick access to your currency, gems, and quality gems. And then you have just a random tab that you can do whatever you want with. But it's a really nice way to organize yourself when you're starting out in the game or starting out in a new league that you haven't been in before. It's just a nice way to get yourself, off the ground, get your foot off the ground and get rolling, so that you can start really, doing some in-game stuff. And then, once you have a good supply of armor scraps or whetstones or whatever, you can definitely get rid of these tabs. I would really keep the quality flask tab though, because glassblower's baubles definitely drop way fewer than armor scraps or whetstones. So I would really keep the flask tab even when you're well into the late game, the end game. But it's just a good way to start yourself off. I think it's definitely worth the initial investment. If you can't get them on sale though, definitely get them on sale if you want to wait for that. They do go on sale pretty frequently from what I've seen. So I would definitely do that if you don't want to do the initial upfront $30 drop to get them. But yeah, this is a nice way to optimize your stash tabs when you're starting a new league for a relatively cheap budget, I would, from my opinion. Yeah, DMXL, hope you enjoyed the video and learned something.